Alright, hey guys, this is Mr. C Money, aka Clay Money, back here for episode 4. Sorry once again, it's been a really long time. I don't really have an excuse this time, I just didn't get around to making a new video. But it's finally here, I think another month later. But anyways, here's the first the first game of the 4th episode. And also this is going to be the transfer episode, I think. So this is going to be a really long video, as you can probably already tell. But anyways, here is the first game against Roma. I think we're top of the table at this point. Okay. Yeah, we're 1 point behind Roma. But we're still undefeated. But still, like 1 point behind. We really need to win this game. But here, Handanovic gets a really nice save, and then I don't really know who that was, but the defender gets a really nice goal line save. So we skip past to the second half, and then Hernandez just gets another really nice goal. I mean, he's getting pretty old and getting kind of slow, so I'm probably going to have to sell him in the next 2 years, but I'm going to try to boost his transfer market price like up to as high as I can go. So anyways, then Palacio, he gets one of his signature finesse goals into the same corner that he's running at. Like, I don't really know why FIFA lets us get those goals, but whatever, I'm not gonna complain. So anyways, speaking of pace, so Raheem Sterling made his Man City debut this weekend. I was overall pleased with his performance, but that shot that he had when he was in the clear was not convincing. Like, that made me very disappointed. I mean, I would have been a lot more upset if it wasn't already, what was it, 2-0 before then. So, I mean, overall I was happy with everyone's, especially the defense. I thought Man City's defense played really well, and I was kind of hoping that Pellegrini would play Iheanacho or Dene, or at least one of the new young players, but he didn't. Anyways, so 2-0 win against Roma, I think. So next game is against Udinese. I think that's how you pronounce it. Also kind of disappointed Delph didn't play but lucky I almost put him on my fantasy team, but I decided to go with, I think I went with Balassi instead. But anyways, he didn't play that well either, so didn't really pay off. And then I had Aguero as my captain and Hazard as my vice captain, so that didn't go well. But I still had Yaya Toure on my team, but I was trying to decide whether to make Aguero or Yaya Toure my captain, but in the end I didn't choose well. Anyways, here it is, 16 minutes in, 2-0. I mean, Shaqiri he's just super fun to skill with. I think Shaqiri, he got transferred to Stoke, which was kind of weird because didn't he just get transferred to Inter after a loan? Like, I'm not really sure about that, but it seems a little weird. I mean, Inter didn't really need to sell him. But yeah, I made a list of like the best Premier League transfers, and I think Shaqiri is definitely in the top 10. I mean, but yeah, I think Max Allen Gradel, from the Ivory Coast, he got transferred from Saint Etienne to Bournemouth. I think he's gonna play really well this year. I think he's just gonna come out of nowhere, and nobody's gonna expect how well he's gonna play, since he's playing for Bournemouth, who I don't think I think they've only played one Premier League game, and they lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. Pretty ridiculous. No offense to Aston Villa fans, but I mean, like, they did not play well. Anyways, we won 3-0 to Udinese, and I decided to extend, I think, Jonathan's contract, because he had been playing really well up to that point, just making a lot of good crosses. I think he grew, like his overall grew, I think 1 point or something. I don't really remember, I played this like a month ago. Anyways, I noticed this summer a lot of league players have been going to the Premier League, like Max Allen Gradel, Johan Cabaye, the AU brothers, one to Aston Villa, one to Swansea. Yeah, like it just seems like a lot. And then of course Wijnaldum and Memphis Depay, they came to Newcastle and Manchester United respectively. I think they're both gonna play really well. I'm surprised Ronaldo didn't go to a better club. Anyways, I don't even know who this team is we're playing, but they went 1-0 up within the first 20 minutes, and that kind of made me nervous, because like I've never heard of them, but they were playing actually really well. So anyways, Santon, he gets a nice strike into the bottom right corner, but unfortunately the goalie saves it. But we got a corner off of it, and then of course Guarin, like super accurate Guarin, gives it right. I don't even know who that was. Gives it. I think it was Icardi. Like puts it right in the perfect place for Icardi just to head it in. Nice goal. But yeah. So yeah, a ton of like I think a ton of players who are good on FIFA who are actually going to good clubs now. Okay, I'll get back to that point. But when I saw, I forget who that was. Shoot, I don't remember his name. The center back. He's like a post. I think he played for Manchester United last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember. But he basically, like, that ball was not going into the goal, and then he just kicks it in. I mean, it looked like he did that on purpose. I didn't even control him. I was controlling the guy who was trying to block the header. But basically, right after this game, I transfer listed him, and I decided never to play him ever again. Oh, it was Vidic. Yeah, Vidic. So anyways, I think we lost that game 2-1. I think that was a cup game though, so I don't remember. It was like I said, it was a month ago, but anyways, it's just so dumb. So although West Brom lost 3-0 to my favorite team, Man City, I think that day they signed Solomon Rondon from Zenit St. Petersburg, which I think is going to be probably another great transfer. I mean, West Brom, I feel like they have a bunch of decent players who play well every once in a while, but I mean, Solomon Rondon, he was just a beast in the Russian league. But like, as you can see, Doumbia didn't work out too well for Roma, and they just loaned him back to CSKA Moscow. So it might not work out for him, but I seriously hope it will, because I had Inform Rondon on my ultimate team this year, and he was just fantastic. Like, I just love playing with him, because he would like never lose the ball. Pretty sure he had 4-star skills, which is really rare for a guy that big. And like he had a pretty nice shot also, like pretty powerful shot. So next year I feel like there's gonna be so many good Premier League players for Ultimate Team. But as you may have heard already, EA is making a lot of changes to their oh yeah, red card. I don't think that should have been a red card, but whatever. Oh, I think it was second yellow. Yeah, second yellow. Anyways, EA announced that there's going to be a lot of additions to the career mode, which I'm really excited for, because that's my favorite mode. But it just gets so boring because there's like no storyline, and it gets repetitive after a few years. But yeah, that's one reason why I decided to make a YouTube channel, because then it would like allow me to pace myself of playing FIFA, so I wouldn't get bored of it easily. And also, like, I guess it's pretty fun to edit videos. I mean, it's really tedious. That's why I don't do it as much as I think I should. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Anyways, so here's Hernandez doing his thing, just dribbling around defenders. And then, of course, just slots it past the keeper, and then it's 4-0 to Lazio, and his signature backflip. Yeah, speaking of Inter, like, they made a lot of good transfers. I think they got, I forget his name. That guy that defender from Atletico. I think Miranda. I don't remember his name. It starts with an M. He's from Atletico Madrid. I think that's a wonderful transfer, because I don't really like Inter's defense that much. I mean, I do, but like Vidic and their captain, I forget his name, they're just really slow. And as you know, FIFA nowadays is all about pace, so you need I really don't like using defenders who don't have lower than 70 pace. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, they also got Kung Dogbia, and I like how after they signed Kung Dogbia, they were like, oh yeah, this guy is so much better than Yaya Toure. I mean, we didn't even really want him that much either, even though they kept claiming that Yaya Toure was like, he was like about to sign the paper, 90% about going to go to Inter. But then yeah, it's just another transfer saga, or whatever you want to call it. But just ridiculousness. Um, I think that, yeah, they also loaned Jovetic from Man City, which I think is a great idea, because Jovetic is probably, I think he was the second best striker at Man City, but he just got injured so much that like it was just awful. It must have been like just not a very good experience for him, because he just kept getting injured. But he played super well when he was healthy. Like at the beginning of the year, I was really surprised with how he was doing at the beginning of last season, but I think he'll do well at Inter, and I really like Inter Milan. I like to play as them, and although they lost Shaqiri, I think Jovetic is a good trade, and Kung Dogbia, of course, is a good player. But anyways, so here's the transfer starting up. So I decided to approach CSK Moscow about Ahmed Musa, and I almost always sign this guy because like he's pretty cheap, 11 million. I mean that's pretty expensive, but for a player that age and that pace and like and 4-star skills, like he's just amazing. He's kind of like a mini Doumbia, just not as good shooting, but he's just so good. Anyway, so yeah, so CSK Moscow, they decided to trade with me, and they decided to transfer with Nemanja Vidic, which I don't really like him, because as you can see in 2 games ago, he basically lost us the game. Yeah, and then I decided, or what's his name, Handanovic decided he wanted to talk. I also approached Macon, but you'll see, I basically screwed this up. Anyways, Handanovic decided he wanted to talk about wages, and I decided, yeah, I mean, he's gotten quite a few clean sheets lately, and he's probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world, so I decided to talk over with him. So I decided to give him, like, pretty much exactly what he wants, but like a little bit of a contract extension. I also gave, I think I offered a clean sheet bonus too. I can't remember. Like third time I'm saying this, I played this a month ago, and a lot happens in this episode, so I decided to give him a little bit more than he asks for, but I decided to add an extra year, so hopefully I was hoping that he would accept that. I also decided to add Icardi to the transfer list because, as I've said in previous episodes, I don't really like 2-star skills. Like I feel like in FIFA 15 it's all about skills and pace, because I mean dribbling is also good, but yeah. So anyway, CSK Moscow, they decided to accept it, so I got really excited because Ahmed Musa, he's probably one of my favorite players to play as this year in FIFA, along with Doumbia, Yaya Toure, Aguero, Adel Tahap. Nah, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Anyways, Handanovic decides to turn down my offer, and he decides to leave like the next year. So yeah, I got really pissed at this, and I kind of got worried because like I've been planning on kind of rotating some of the players out that I don't like and getting in some new ones in a few years, but like there's not a lot of good cheap goalies out there. Yeah, I mean and also at this point Inter Milan, they're not that big of a club anymore, so I was getting kind of worried because I pretty much rely on my goalkeeping because I suck at defending in this game. So anyways, we go against Juventus. Like, yeah, not a great thing to go after learning that my goalie is going to leave next year. So anyways, back to, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Anyways, I'll just read the next thing off of my list. Yeah, Mourinho versus Eva Carneiro. I mean, I just think this is ridiculous. I've never really liked Mourinho. He's kind of, like, pardon my French, but he's kind of an asshole to almost everybody. Like, he's kind of mean to the press, he's mean to his players, and what he did to Eva Carneiro is ridiculous. I mean, although a lot of people agree with Mourinho, I think I mean, it's not like she just saw a player injured and she didn't do anything wrong. She didn't rush out without the referee's consent, but like still she got in a lot of trouble. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, she's not in trouble for that. She's in trouble for saying, oh, thank you for the support. I mean, I think that's just ridiculous. I mean, nowadays I feel like so many people are impressionable and they take everything you say the wrong way. But I think that's partially the press's fault. Like, but that's still really dumb in my opinion. Like Mourinho basically bullied her, and she's just saying, "Oh, thank you guys for supporting me through this difficult time," and then she basically can't go with the team anymore. And like, I'm sorry, but like, she has a huge following on, I don't know, Reddit. I don't know. I've heard that she's had a huge following. I don't know where this following is. I guess it's just Chelsea supporters, but still, like, I mean, yeah, I don't think it was fair, and I don't really like Mourinho anyways, but yeah. So anyways, 1-1 against Juventus. I think that was Palacio had a really good chance right there, but nothing happened to it. And here Juventus got a really nice chance, but luckily I guess we kind of got it out of the way. And then here, 90th minute, Palacio, he's dribbling up, doing a bunch of, like, I don't know, like dribbling moves, and then he gets the perfect chance and just whiffs it, just opens his body way too much. Like, I feel like EA has added a new thing this year where players, like a lot of really more famous players like Ronaldo or Messi or Aguero, like they get the clutches in the 90th minute a lot more than some of these other players. Like, I feel like players like Palacio and in the smaller clubs, smaller strikers, they seem to break under pressure. Anyways, so we got Musa. I was in a really good mood, and then Icardi, they approached for Icardi, but I kind of wanted a little more than they were offering, because I mean, like, they offered less than he was worth, and he was kind of an important player. He's the second striker, and we only have 2. So speaking of second strikers, Iheanacho. I mean, he looked really good during the preseason for Man City, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him and Denayer, and I think I forget his name, Marcos Lopez for Man City. I mean, those guys are going to be really good next year, this year. The year's already started, but the problem is Manchester City's midfield is already super crowded, and I've been hearing transfer rumors for like Pedro and Otamendi and Kevin De Bruyne, but I feel like we already have way too many defenders, and we're like they run a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-5-1, and although you really need a lot of defenders for that, but I still think it's getting really crowded. And Pellegrini, he got Patrick Roberts, Sterling, Delph. That's 3 midfielders in, and he offloaded, or technically they left on their own, but Milner and what's his name, Lampard, they both left. Lampard because of loan. Sorry, starting to lose my voice. Milner and Lampard, they left. What was I even talking about? Sorry. When I cleared my throat, I just lost my train of thought. Shoot. Anyways, oh yeah, like, they need to lose at least one more midfielder, and I don't really know why. Like, honestly, I don't really know why they're keeping Fernando, Delph, and Fernandinho, because like, that just seems like way too many. And also, who's that guy? I forget. There's like another super young, not super young, another young midfielder who did not play well last year. I don't know why they didn't transfer him or loan him out, but I feel like Pellegrini, he's just like, I know at the beginning of last year we kind of lost all of our strikers, and Milner had to play striker, which is partially why I think he left, because he was just pretty much Pellegrini's whipping boy. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what he's doing. And also, I think Kevin De Bruyne is the most likely to get transferred in, but like, Wolfsburg keeps changing their mind every day. Kevin De Bruyne, like, sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not at training. It's just getting kind of ridiculous. I mean, I've kind of lost interest, but it would still be nice if he was there. Anyways, as you can see, Ahmed Musa, he played fantastically this game. I mean, 4-star skills, 93 pace, 70 whatever shooting. He's just a fantastic player. I think I also had him in my Russian League Ultimate Team. I had him at cam, and then I had Rondon and Dumbia at top, and then Hulk on right, and then left was Macon, who I tried to get, but I screwed it up. Anyways, so I decided to switch. I subbed on Guarin, and then he just gets this ridiculous free kick. I mean, what was the goalie doing? He saw the ball. I mean, maybe the wall was in the way, but he didn't move after the ball went right next to him. Like, he just kind of fell over. I mean, if this had happened in an online game, I probably would have rage quitted. No, sorry. If I was the guy who got scored on, I mean, it's just kind of. I think this was the first free kick goal of the series. I usually score a lot, but lately I've been just getting unlucky. Even though Guarin, Hernandez, Shaqiri, and one other guy have amazing long shooting power and accuracy and everything. But yeah, like this shot, this play was just kind of like, the only way to describe it was that it was hilarious. I mean, what was that, like 3 whiffs, 1 hit the crossbar, and yeah. Sorry guys, I had to go do something, but I'm back now. Anyways, so yeah, the game ends. We won it by a lot. So overall, pretty good episode. We got Musa, got rid of Vidic, but we were going to lose Hernandez. So anyways, the episode just ends off with me looking through a bunch of goalkeepers to see if any of them are good enough to replace Handanovic when he ultimately leaves next season. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm not gonna pressure you to like it. I mean, like, if you did like it, please do, but whatever. Anyways, have a nice day, and thank you for watching. Bye.